Even with the college's laid-back attitude, there are still some things that are off limits.
Here is your staff. Now I'd like the amulet, please.
Pleasure doing business with you. All right, then.
Then we come back down.
We shouldn't have been disturbing Sarthal, no matter what you found down there.
And here's your amulet.
I didn't think you'd really give it back. Thank you, friend. It's good to know I can count on you.
There we go.
All right, then.
So my fellow students are now can now be followers. Whoa. Now then, over here will be someone who does conjuration in the Hall of Continents. He does destruction. That's food.
You know, they say knowledge is its own reward.
He does illusion. Let me check upstairs. She does restoration stuff. 12 tiers thing is right there. There you are.
If you require assistance with summoning techniques, please let me know. If you would, please also contain your summons to the college grounds. The locals do not need to be agitated further by Atronachs roaming the town. The summoning of undead is even less advisable outside the college.
Are there many conjurers outside the college?
Not within society, no. Many who practice within the School of Conjuration do so on their own, secretly. Thalion is the only one I know who is public about what he does. He was once my teacher here, but left the college years ago.
So, summoning undead isn't frowned upon. Oh no, why did Thalion leave the college?
I didn't like the Archmage. Hated dealing with him. Hated having to answer to him. Thalion said he hated what this place was becoming, so he just left. Oren found a note on his desk, and that was it. I understand he settled down in Hjolmarch, and his presence there caused something of a problem.
So summoning undead isn't frowned upon?
I sure know. Those archaic policies died out with the Mages Guild, and were never enforced here. Necromancy, as any other type of magic, is a tool to be used. Of course, non-mages may not see it that way, so we don't go around flaunting it.
What do you have for sale?
So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Well, first off, apparel-wise. As apprentice. know I'm not going to use that. That I'm holding on to. Apparel-wise. Hmm. Alright, I know I'm not going to use those particular scrolls, so I might as well sell them. Fireball. Hmm. Alright, I'm going to have to work up to that. That is okay. But flame Addernock. Alright, I'm not yet at the point where I can get the ice Atronach, but that's okay. It's one of the reasons I had wanted to double check.
Now, if you'll excuse me.
Mirabelle does a fine job as Master Wizard. Spells and incantations for those with a talent to cast them.
Uh, Alright, is he right here?
You can see me?
Of course I can.
Found it all. I was quite sure I was invisible. Or at
Huh.
least transparent.
What do you got for sale?
Take a look.
Let's sell the... Hmm.
Farewell.
Alright. I'm
There
hoping
are
that gave me
few
what I...
places where one can pursue my type of work without fear of persecution. That is. So you wish to master the arcane arts?
Apparel... Apprentice ropes. There we go. Oh! Oh, that's even better. Alright, so... that one's just conjuration, 15% fast, or less for the casting, and 75% regeneration. This one, however, much like that, but it's a little more expensive, and it affects both conjuration and illusion at 15% less. I'm going to go for that one.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There. Do a quick save. I don't have a lot in my budget anymore, but that's fine. Hmm. Yeah. Alright. Zarthal is over there. That's for going in. That. Alright. So. Now then. There is a thing nearby I also want to check. Hobbs cave. I think is what they call it. Yeah. And yes, in all honesty, these northern areas are some of the most dangerous in the game, as the folks, or the creatures and such up here, are adapted to being frost resistant, which is a thing, and they tend to be tougher. Hello to you. Which is a thing. The further north you get, the colder it becomes. Which is interesting. Yeah, no, not that cave. Another cave I'm looking